Kanye West has said a lot of crazy things. I think we can all agree on that. But one of the things he said that may have been right, all of these rights have been taken from me by the Kardashian mob, Hulu and Disney.
Bro, that was the craziest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. What's creepier than the TikToks we're about to watch today is the fact that 90% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more creepy videos. Thank you.
Damn, Kai. What the bruh? Y'all, this is crazy, bruh. They got Kai, y'all. I don't think he knew, y'all. I honestly don't think he really knew. But damn, this happened in front of 150,000 people. 150,000 people witnessed this. If you know, you know. I can't say too much. But just look at this video. No, bruh.
In the chat, say me.
No.
Here's like some kiss shit.
Dog, this is wild, fool.
Damn,
oh my God, look. Look at his face paint, y'all. If you know, you know. I can't say too much. TikTok, this is strictly...
Don't talk. Don't talk to me. Wait, Ghostman. Ghostman, Ghostman. Ghostman, you say yes. Your eyes stupid. You don't like you anywhere. Yeah. You want to talk to me, Ghost? Uh-huh. You want to talk? You want to talk, Ghost? You want to talk to me? I'm gonna beat you up. Cause you don't be quiet. Now, now go.
The toddler seems to be speaking to an invisible entity that he has named, quote, Ghostman. The boy even goes so far as to threaten to beat up Ghostman.
I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet. Now.
The little boy even yells for the ghost to leave.
Now go. Whoa.
As creepy as this clip is, he is staying on business because, like, I feel like if you were this age and you seen a ghost, you would be like scared. You know what I mean? Most people would just run away, scream. Like, he's really, you know, he's not letting this ghost do nothing. I don't even think this video would be possible to be staged, because how could you even convince someone this young to stage a video like this or fake this? You know, obviously there's a certain point in our life where we become conscious and start realizing things. We'd be able to do something like this, but this seems like a very genuine experience that's caught on camera, and that makes it way more terrifying because this just shows you there could be some sort of paranormal out there that we don't know about. He was not letting this ghost take his house. He was like, yo, you're gonna have to get through me if you want to take this house. So, you know, you gotta respect it, but, you know, y'all stay blessed, stay safe, all that, because, you know, if anything, if y'all need security, if your house is haunted, you know, hire him because he's on it.
Yo, what's going on with Miley Cyrus? This was her and her Gucci sponsorship, and something is very off because it's giving like witch. Like, it's literally giving witch. And mind you, I don't mean this in a rude way, because I love Miley Cyrus, and I'm just like, what does it profit a man to gain the whole entire world but loses his soul? I keep saying this time and time again. And we know that she just mocked God, saying that she believed that God was gay in an interview last month. And then, you get what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, it's not just that photo. Like, it's all of the photos. And the eyes, they do not lie. Mind you, she was just with Rick Owens. This is his wife, Michelle Lamy, and we know that she is a self-professing witch. It's nothing, she's not hiding it. She's straight raw with it. She did an interview with them and things like that. And I feel like all of this since then, she has been kind of seeming soulless. We talked about Jenna Ortega and a lot of these other artists who seem to have had a light in their eyes before, and now they don't. And you have to pose the question, why is that? What is going on? Let me say this again. I love Miley Cyrus. I just don't love what she has become.
A man was staying at his grandfather's house late at night when he started hearing noises coming from the basement and decided to wake his grandpa up to go check it out.
abuelo! Cálmate. Estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase su voluntad. ¡Ay! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Ábrele, a ver quién es. Ábrele.
No pasa nada.
Ay, abuelo.
No hay nada.
A ver, ve, fíjate. ¡Ay! ¡Otra vez, abuelo! ¡Es un pinche mono! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ciérrale! ¡Llámale a la policía! ¡Saca tu teléfono!
Calmado.
¡Tengo miedo!
He thought maybe someone broke into the house, but after catching a glimpse of it, they believe it's a shadow thing.
You know that video of the people that go like this with their hands and then they lift somebody up? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Fam, it's going re-viral again. And people are trying to like debunk it and everything, but it keeps working.
Word.
And you know where it comes from?
What?
It's like 1, 2, 3, and then light as a feather or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they lift them up with fingers, and they couldn't do it before. Yeah. So what people are saying, that specific like magic or ritual, that came straight from like old witchcraft, bro.
Word. So it's actually a ritual if you say it. Spells are a real thing. Like why did that one get leaked though? Like imagine how much other ones that could be played as a trend like that.
Bro, we don't know, fam.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
for all we know, even the English we're saying is spells. That's why I call it spelling.
Oh my god. That's a fucking fun.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Even the English we say
Yeah.
is spells, because that's why they call it spelling.
This is why you shouldn't explore the woods alone.
Stop, please. Please.
Dee from These Dark Adventures was hiking alone through a trail somewhere in the woods of Ohio when she begins to hear movement through the bushes like something's following her.
I gotta go through there, man. I don't want to try to find my stuff from there.
Scared that whatever's moving behind her catches up to her, she decides to make her way back before sundown. But as it begins to get dark, she finds herself enveloped in darkness, and as she keeps watch for her surroundings, she sees this.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yeah. I can go. Sorry. No! Stop, please.
Hidden within the woods, this massive 10 feet tall black silhouette with glowing eyes can be seen, emerging from the dark. As Dee runs in a panic, she makes her way out to an open field and sees this thing closing in on her.
What is that? It's a spin. What is it? Dude, no! It looks like a person, man. But no person. It looks like a fucking person. Stop. That ain't a person. Ah! It just keeps getting up and down. Stop! I can't run. Somebody drive by.
After some time, she's able to make it out safe.
I feel like if you're gonna do these type of videos and do this type of work, you're gonna probably need to be more fit for survival, because if you're in the woods and this creature is following you, you know, you're gonna want to be able to protect yourself or at least escape. Like, I'm pretty sure a dark figure that is following you in the woods doesn't really care about your safety to begin with. So, you know, I mean, if this video is fake, then whatever, but like in a real scenario, I feel like she's cooked. I'm not like an expert on you know, creatures or monsters or whatever's in the forest at night, but I'm pretty sure they lack sympathy for whoever they're stalking. I feel like, you know, if they had sympathy, they wouldn't be stalking someone in general. Yo, this video is really creepy. I'm not sure what that creature is or what it could be. You know, you can't see the glowing eyes, so it does leave a lot of questions and mystery, but you guys let me know what you think about this one.
This is probably the scariest case to come out of the Appalachian Mountains. Now, this one is personal to me because I actually worked on this case. Now, I had a friend who lived in North Carolina, and he was a paranormal investigator. He reaches out to me one day and is like, hey, so I got this weird case, and, you know, I'm kind of stumped. Like, could you help me with it? Apparently, there was this Native American family who lived on the reservation, and they had a daughter who was like 16 or 17, and at the time, she was getting dropped off from a friend's house one night at her parents' home. Well, her friend drops her off, and she said when she got out of the car, she had to walk down this like bumpy, gravelly, muddy road. And she said as she's walking down this gravel road, and right next to her, you know, is the woods, she sees this man standing on the side of the road. And she said he had this black hat on, a black cloak, and she said she couldn't really see his face at the time because it was turned. She said as she walked a little closer to him, he turned his face, and she said he had no mouth, no nose, but these solid red eyes, and he was just staring at her. Well, she said, you know, she walked as fast as she could to the house, and this man began like following her. So she runs inside her house, and she's like screaming, crying at this time. Her dad's like, what's going on? Like, why are you crying? She said, there's this man out there in a hat, and like he was following me. So her dad runs out of the house and just starts looking for this guy. He doesn't find anyone. He doesn't see anything. And he's like, you sure there was a guy out there? And she's like, yeah, I seen him. Like he was on the road, and he was like, followed me to the house. So a couple weeks pass, and they start noticing that their daughter is waking up at night from having these terrible dreams, that she is seeing this man in her room. And not only that, she is waking up with these scratches all over her body. In the next coming months, right, there was something banging on the windows, banging on the doors, right? They could hear scratching sounds coming from the roof all night long, except when the father would go and investigate and try to figure out what was going on, like he couldn't find anything. And then one night, the daughter is having like this terrible nightmare, and the mother in the other room, she could hear this going on. So she walks over to her bedroom, which the door is halfway open. She looks in, and she said she could see a man standing next to her bed with this hat and this cloak on. She goes in her room, she flips on the lights, and she said it was gone. And not only this thing was, you know, attacking, this girl was attacking their home. It had left scratch marks on the truck, on the home. There were claw mark footprints all around the home. These are real pictures from some of the damage that it was causing and the scratch marks that it left on this girl. Now, I started looking into this case, and I started researching what we come to know today as the Hat Man. And as I got deeper into this case, I started to notice weird things were happening to me. Like, I lived up in Chicago at the time, and one night I'm asleep, and I just remember it was 3 a.m. I wake up to the sound of a scream, and I'd never heard anything like that before. So I immediately jump up. I think someone's in the house. Like, what is going on? I searched my entire home. There was no one there. The doors were locked. The windows were closed. So as I'm getting ready to go back to bed, I walk past the living room, and as I turn, sitting in a lazy boy recliner is what looks like a man in a cloak and a hat, just rocking. And I look again, he's gone. But I could see movement of the chair, and that's someone obviously had bumped it or had been sitting in it. And that like sent chills down my back, and I immediately like went into the bedroom, closed the door. And mysteriously, as all of this started, it just one day stopped. And to me, what I thought personally was this was a case of the Hat Man.
Yeah, Lil Nas X is cooked. But y'all, the video, his face, something going on, fool. He looked like he lost, like, did I really do this? I'm telling y'all, something was going on with Buddy. He was possessed to some shit, and I know why. Because he chose to be on the other side. Y'all see what happened when you go against God, right? Prime example. He has on Fruit of the Looms. His favorite candy is Fruities. He didn't mock God so many times, y'all. But y'all, look at this video and y'all tell me I'm not tripping. Like, he just looked like damn, I don't know what the hell was going on. Look at this man's face, y'all. He just looked like he dumbfounded, like he just lost for words. Like he really don't know what happened that night. Am I tripping? Look at him. He don't even look like the same person. Go back and watch that video when he was outside. They don't look like him, fool. They look like two different people. Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And I'm damn sure not flying. This man is now facing 4 counts. If he ever wanted to get out that system, he could go ahead.
The following footage is from an elderly woman by the name of Vicky. She's home alone when she captures something staring at her from an empty room. There are no pets there or inside. She has no idea what it is. But the thing is, this isn't the first time this has happened to her, and it's absolutely terrifying. I also want to make note, her typical posts to social media are about her life and her home and the outdoors, but nothing paranormal. So this is totally out of the blue, and it's terrifying her. Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
It's back. It keeps peeking in here on me. Oh my goodness gracious, what the hell? Ain't nobody in the other room.
My first question is, what do you mean it's back? You've seen this thing before and you're still in this house? Like, that is like ridiculous to me. Okay, if it was like a little animal or something, I would understand. Okay, you know, it's a little creepy, whatever. But like, that is, that's like a disturbing face. I don't know what that is. It's really not even the creature that's worrying me at this point. It's the fact that she said it's back. So that means she's seen this before and she is still in the same spot. How are you going to see something like this and be like, oh yeah, this is a great idea to stay here still? You know, I really hope this is fake, because whatever that thing is, it's just terrifying. So yeah.
They say every single holiday that we celebrate is celebrating one of the 7 deadly sins. Okay. Think about it. So Valentine's Day represents lust for obvious reasons. Now Thanksgiving, that celebrates the sin of gluttony.
Gluttony, yeah, because
you're eating a lot. You're overeating. You're taking too much more than you need.
Yeah.
Now Christmas, what do you think that is?
Christmas. Greed?
Greed. Yeah. Overconsumption and excess.
Okay.
Right? Wanting more of something.
That makes sense.
We're celebrating gifts. We're celebrating gifts. We're not really even celebrating like the birth of Christ, because people are so focused on the gifts and shit. Now, Easter. This one's interesting.
I don't know.
The holiday of Easter, what sin would it be?
I don't know.
Check this out. This one gets deep. They say it's envy, because the Romans were jealous of Jesus, so they murdered him.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Shit.
So St. Patrick's Day, it's sloth, because people get blacked out drunk.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Now Halloween, it's wrath. Okay. So scaring and hurting people for fun. With masks, it's wrath.
Under this arrangement, Rife and Casti have become the legal guardians of the entire Warren artifact collection, over 750 pieces, including the infamous Annabelle doll, for a minimum of 5 years. Though they now control the property, ownership of the artifacts remains with the Warren estate. This haunting acquisition comes just weeks after the unexpected death of Dan Rivera, a seasoned paranormal investigator and longtime caretaker of Annabelle. Rivera passed away suddenly while touring with the doll, a development that stunned the paranormal community and added a chilling prelude to Rife's announcement.
There's one thing that always fascinates all of us, and that is our oceans and what exactly is in them, because we don't know everything that is in our oceans. And with all these underwater earthquakes, volcanoes, these tsunamis, has it stirred things up from the deep? Take a look at this footage that was captured by a man named Gadiel out of Long Island, New York. Around August 22nd, 2025, he was at the beach when he captured something that looks like a sea serpent. Whatever it is, it's really long. And no, I don't believe this is driftwood. This is something else. Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think.
So we are here today to discuss the upcoming year's plan. Of course, I am representing the capstone of the pyramid, the Council of the 13. We are the true rulers of this planet. There are no outliers. We are the left, and we are the right. Here to say how you worse. All major policies flow through us. So for all those who don't know, this is how the structure works. At the bottom of the pyramid you have the debt slaves. This is 80% of the world. They are born. They are schooled. They then become the labor force, retire, grave. Then comes the controllers. These controllers are the ones who influence and exploit the 80%. So government, media, and academics. Then comes the world population control. Now, unfortunately, I cannot discuss this level with all in here because not all of you have reached the level on the pyramid, so I cannot reveal the secrets of this degree. But to all my disciples who have reached the 33rd degree, I will speak in the secret Mason tongue. Next are the corporations, who I can see the heads are among us. You are the major influencers. We need you to innovate. You play an important role on the emerging markets. So keep up the good work. The World Resource Control. Again, this is restricted to the 33-degree members only. The next up is the tax and interest revenue, and of course the central bank control, the money supply. They are how we control the masses. Money based on literally nothing. We call it fiat money. Then above that is, of course, the central banking system, or World Bank. Then above that are the think tanks, like this one, the Bilderberg Group, Council of Foreign Relations, the United Nations. Then comes the subfamilies, and above that, the Committee of 300. Now, at the top of the pyramid is me. and the other council of 13. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please listen as I lay out the plan for the upcoming year.
Kanye West has said a lot of crazy things. I think we can all agree on that. But one of the things he said that may have been right is the situation with his children. Now, this picture is going viral of Northwest, his daughter, and Northwest's mother, Kim Kardashian. But this picture is going viral. Why? Because Northwest is 12 years old. And yes, I had to double check the age too. It is 12 years old, and you can only imagine the type of backlash and controversy happened all over the internet after that picture was uploaded. Now, this is what Kanye said. I don't want to just see my kids. I want to raise them. I need to have a say of where they go to school, who their friends are, and who houses they sleep in. My daughters wear lipstick and perfume. All of these rights have been taken from me by the Kardashian mob, Hulu and Disney, and the bigger agenda to use the selectivity bred black children to be platformed to influence other black people. Of course, he went on a rant, but he's basically saying his child was taken from him by the Kardashians, Hulu, and Disney, and it's all for a bigger agenda.
These are such crazy things to hear, and especially from someone so influential and so powerful that we all really know. It's really interesting to me when people that have everything just kind of step out and try to look out for the people and expose everything. You know, obviously they can't just come out and say everything, so they have to do it very subtly. And, you know, they either get labeled as crazy or, you know, they just lose everything. So a lot of people don't want to take that risk, but, you know, it's kind of respectable when people go against what's wrong and they try to look out for the people and expose all this stuff. Obviously, one person can't do it. A lot of people need to come together. But, you know, hopefully that day comes, because there's a lot of sick stuff going on in the world, and, you know, it's got to stop.
Cerebral ABC Digital wanted to give you the opportunity to swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Gentlemen. Mr. Cerebral.
Yes? If you really walked on the moon, why would you not do that? So why don't you just put into the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon?
Mr. Cerebral, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Really? Well, no, it's a real Bible. You have the opportunity to have $5,000.
The meeting is not open.
Well, you have $5,000 cash. You can give it to charity if you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
Please
I have
give
the
it to
tape.
charity. It'd be fine.
Why don't you swear to? Why not? Why won't you do it? So why don't you put your hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Mr. Cerebral has made a fool of himself in front of the world. Mr. Cerebral, you do not deserve.
Illuminati? That don't bother me. Yeah. I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always talking this Illuminati stuff. Show me Illuminati. Show me the money, please. I had to work for everything I got so far. Ain't no Illuminati come and help me with nothing. I'm saying, I personally, man, I believe in God. I'm a I'm a man who fears God, and I pray to God, you know, and I don't go to church that often. I'm not gonna lie, you know, not because I'm not religious. I just don't got the time to.
I don't exist. So they're all characters that I've played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. Jim Carrey was a less intentional character, because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
Oh my God! Dad? Why? Oh my God! Please don't hurt me.
Nggak tahu. Kenapa? Kok makin kencang sih? Hujan lo ini. Yuk, yuk, masuk yuk. Siapa ini? Kenapa? Yuk, yuk, masuk yuk. Kena hujan nanti, kena hujan. Yuk, kena hujan yuk. Ayo, yuk, yuk, yuk. Kena hujan nanti. Yuk, 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 masuk yuk, masuk yuk, masuk yuk. Ayo masuk. Masuk ayo. Ayo. Kenapa? Kamu kenapa?
I understand being a sympathetic person and, you know, looking out for people and always trying to care for them. But in this scenario, this is like proceed with caution. This just looks like something straight out of a horror movie. If you see someone sitting there still crying, I mean, like, there's really only so much you could do. Obviously, you could talk to them, but if they're not answering back to you, it should just make you kind of curious and to be more aware and kind of keep yourself safe because, you know, obviously it's very erratic behavior that's not normal. Like, if anybody was just kind of crying and you say something to them, they're going to kind of give you some attention, or like, even if they don't want to speak, they'll kind of like give you some of their attention. This just seemed very like eerie and creepy. So I understand being caring and, you know, looking out for people, but still got to care about yourself too.
Let's talk about Nicki Minaj. Here we see her throwing up the trademark one-eye symbolism that we see all throughout Hollywood. Here we see it again on this magazine cover, as well as here you see her with one eye painted over. And who could forget her famous Grammys performance that drew national attention and not for the right reasons? Play the clip. Not only is she depicted throughout the entire performance as literally being possessed, which so many of these celebrity stars depict themselves as that, but there is also a priest. It's just a mess. But around the time that she really started taking off in the rap game, we saw some disturbing interviews. One I'm going to play right now where she's talking about her alter ego, who she named Roman. Roll it.
A crazy boy who lives in me, and he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
That must be nice to have, like, an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
And to be honest with you guys, Nicki Minaj is just one of very many of these celebrities who embrace an alter ego, whether they go on stage or through music videos, symbolism, etc. He literally states he's been conjured up inside of her. She wants him to leave, but he won't leave. And he says all the things she's afraid to. Wake up.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video made you tremble in your boots. And we're going to be on to the next one.